The sad truth about Islam Makhachev. Let me take it back to about 2 years ago. So after Islam beat Bobby Green, lots of people were wondering what should he do next. The consensus was that he should fight Benyil Dariush since the fight had fell out a couple of times. But no. The UFC decided since he's Dagestani and Muslim and a direct member of Khabib's team that he would pull in numbers from the Muslim world. Dana White understood what having a Dagestani champ meant for the Muslim world. So he sacrificed Charles Oliveira. But how, you may ask? Well, on the morning of UFC 274, Oliveira was officially sacrificed. He stepped on the scale, was less than a pound off the limit. He went back to cut it. A few minutes later, he went to the scale in his personal locker room and made the weight. He then proceeded to go back to the official weight scale and missed it by 0.5 pounds. Oliveira was visibly upset and didn't know what to do. The UFC understood that if he was stripped of the title, maybe he'd lose due to his moral being so low. But in typical Du Bronx fashion, he completely broke and finished Justin. After all that had been done to sabotage him, he prevailed. Now you think, is it over? Absolutely not. The UFC then decided that their plans didn't work and that they had to do something else to sabotage Oliveira. Well, this time, unfortunately, it worked. The plan that Dana White and Hunter Campbell came up with was that they would send Charles to Islam's backyard. Even thought Oliveira was the uncrowned champ and a fight in Brazil was in the works. The UFC quickly pivoted and gave Islam the edge. Well, we all know what happens next. Oliveira, who had put on nothing but the most entertaining fights and was a great company man, was being treated like a criminal and was tossed to Abu Dhabi. The rest is history. Islam got the win. Now, coming off the biggest win of your life, you'd think Islam would call out Dustin, Justin, Dariush, Chandler, McGregor, or anybody at 155, but no. He called out a featherweight. Yes, you heard it right, a 145er. Funny part is, that 45er took him to war and beat him. He then sat out 8 months to then face the 45er again. This is the champ at 155. Has no great wins over actual contenders at 155 and is begging for a title shot at a weight class above him. That's your so-called pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. What an absolute shame to the legends that came before.